Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Welcome to the Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Ako nga pala si Fiona Bacani, ang inyong courtside reporter para sa araw na to. And today is the penultimate day of the second round as we are currently live here in Bacoor City. And speaking of today, in just a few moments, we will be seeing some action between the Quezon Tangerines and the Negross Oriental ICC Blue Hawks. And of course, at 4 p.m., we have the AM Caloocan Air Force going up against the Rizal St. Gerard Charity Foundation at 4 p.m. And to end today's triple header, we have the Bacoor City Strikers going up against the San Juan Lady Knights Go for Gold at 6 p.m. Like I mentioned, today is going to be a very exciting triple header. We will be seeing some teams say goodbye. These teams that we all know and loved throughout the season. Now in just a few moments, will the Quezon Tangerines still remain victorious to end this second round before heading into the playoffs, or will the Negross Oriental ICC Blue Hawks spoil this victory to end this round on a high note? We'll find out in just a few moments, only here at the Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association.
Maintaining and keeping that winning attitude for the Quezon Tangerines. Itong rookie for the Quezon Tangerines, talking about Kyle Yeses. Pero para sa kabilang side naman, we have Andy Caparal, and para sa kanilang koponan, it's about overcoming all of the adversities that they are facing. Para sa ating unang laro this triple header Monday, makikita po natin Quezon Tangerines going up against the Negross Oriental ICC Blue Hawks. Magandang hapon po sa lahat ng ating mga kaliga. Nagbabalik po muli itong Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. And after Cristobal alongside Gaira Baroga, and on the sidelines for some inside stories, makakasama po natin si Fiona Bacani. Sabi natin, Gaira, itong ating unang laro, Quezon Tangerines, comfortable sila na nasa ating number 1 seed dito sa ating team standings. Pero makakalaban nila last year's finalist, itong talking about itong Negros Oriental ICC Blue Hawks.
Well, it's a new era for the Quezon Tangerines and here in the MPVA as well. Like I said, this new era will we will see how strong the Quezon Tangerines are to finish this second round in the MPVA.
Ngayon naman, ang balikan natin, Gaira, yung naging previous meetup nila during the first round. Actually, for the Quezon Tangerines, it was a slow start for them, kaya hindi nila nakuha yon. But then, after that one, hindi naging madaling journey nila. So, nakuha nila yung panalo in 4 sets.
But the Quezon Tangerines, like you said, won in 4 sets, but yung challenge din na binigay nitong Negros in the first set with 25-27 was the score, 25-20, 25-11, and 25-16.
Now, taking a look at our numbers. So, ito, round 1 nga po ito. No? In terms of attacks, wide gap tayo. 54 ang binigay dito ng Quezon, which is 42 para dito sa Negros. Pero isa nga sa go-to player, our number 1 scorer in the tournament, itong si Aya Denseng. From the first round up to the second round, Kaira, sobrang consistent ang pinapakita nito ni Denseng.
Well, she always scores about an average of 20 points per game, and in this match she had 21 points off of 20 attacks and 1 block.
No, always in full display para dito sa Quezon Tangerines. Itong si Aya Denseng, but for this match, parang hindi natin siya nakikitang nagwo-warm up para sa kanyang koponan. And ito nga, sabi nga natin, no, hindi lang naman syempre alam naman natin na it's not just si Denseng who's working out well for her squad. Para naman dito sa kabilang panig ang pag-usapan natin, Gaira, itong go-to player, always also consistent, itong si Andy Caparal.
Andy Caparal scored only 9 points off of 9 attacks in their last match versus Bacoor. But then again, knowing Adi, how she's an all-around player from her defense, her reception, and her hits as well, she is such a mature player inside the court, although she is one of the youngsters, actually.
And
versus Valenzuela, she actually scored 15 points from 15 attacks. From what we can see here, she's the kind of player who goes for more kills, for more attacks than of blocks and aces.
And yung 15 points na yun, that's actually her game high dito sa ating tournament and probably one of the best showings sa pinakita niya dito sa ating tournament. We were also talking about na siya yung nagiging bright spot para dito sa Negross Oriental. Now, let's take a look at our updated team standings kung saan nangunguna pa nga rin po itong Quezon Province.
Like you said, Quezon Province is very comfortable right now with a 14-1 win-loss ratio with already 42 points here in the team standings. Again, mahihirapan ang Rizal, Bacoor, and Binyan na habulin ito. So right now, we are quite sure that they are at rank 1. Binyan, Bacoor, and Rizal, marami pa tayong need na makita from them, and a lot of things can still happen for them to place in either second, third, or fourth.
Yun nga, sinasabi natin, itong Caloocan, sinusubukan pa rin nila na kumapit dito with their semifinals chances, pero magiging mahirap yan dahil nga 21 ang kanilang points as of the moment, and they would have talaga na manalo in 3 straight sets kung gusto pa nilang kumapit dito sa ating Final Four. Meanwhile, ito namang Quezon Province, Gaira, emphasize lang natin na dito sa tournament, isang talo lang ang meron sila, and that was from Binyan in 5 sets.
And going against the silver medalists from the last MPVA season, syempre, kailangan din talaga nila to stay steady. Especially Quezon Province right now, they have to finish the MPVA season strong.
And ito nga, Binyan and Rizal, nakikita din natin na medyo nag-aagawan pa din sila in our spot. And ito nga, Quezon, with that comfortable position. But the big question is, ito kayang Caloocan din later on. Tignan natin kung mabubuhay pa sila at kakapit nga dito. Pero in just a while, matutuklasan na nga po natin Quezon Province kontra Negross Oriental. Punta na tayo sa ating venue game announcer.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Strike Gymnasium in the city of Bacoor. This is Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association, ang liga para sa lahat. It's the first game of our triple header featuring Quezon against Negross Oriental. Now it's time to meet the players. First, for the Negross Oriental ICC Blue Hawks, led by team captain number 8, Ada Tutanes. Their first libero is number 1, Sheki Barredo. Their teammates number 1, Jimson Juan. Number 2, Adi Caperal. Number 6, Krista Gulyado. Number 10, Hailey Kotsme. Number 11, Majo Orpilla. Number 13, Edel Manikis. Number 15, Ligaya Tagaka. Number 16, Sam Katamora. Number 17, Jill Moraga. And number 18, Clara Tamon. Now let's meet their opponents, the Quezon Tangerines. Led by team captain number 6, Zin Basilio. Their first libero is number 22, CJ Lubiano. Their teammates number 2, Kyle Yetes. Number 4, Kim Estenzo. Number 7, Flor Flores. Number 11, Bea Badion. Number 13, Jinky Martinez. Number 14, Amagatan. Number 15, Fiona Inocentes. Number 20, Lenny Zapalio. Number 23, Cristel Fontanil. Number 24, Jill Gambao. Number 25, El Espinosa. And their second libero is number 16, Zoe Limpon. Presenting our officials for match number 68. First referee, Mr. Larry Escorial. Second referee, Mr. Jason Magat. Nakakaya pa naman yan eh. Now let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Quezon Tangerines. Led by team captain setter number 6, Zen Basilio. Opposite hitter number 2, Kai Lieses. Middle blocker number 11, Pia Badion. Another middle blocker number 14, Amagatan. Outside hitter number 20, Lenny Zapalio. Another outside hitter number 25, El Espinosa. And their starting libero is number 22, CJ Lubiano. Coaching the Tangerines is Samuel De Luna. Now let's meet the starters for the Negross Oriental ICC Blue Hawks. Led by team captain setter number 8, Ada Tutanes. Outside hitter number 2, Adi Capiral. Another outside hitter number 10, Kaylee Cosme. Opposite hitter number 11, Macho Orpilla. Middle blocker number 16, Sam Catamora. Another middle blocker number 17, Jill Moraga. And their starting libero is number 21, Shaki Barredo. Coaching the Blue Hawks is Don Baroga.
It's the Quezon Tangerines kontra Negross Oriental ICC Blue Hawks for our first game this triple header Monday. Para sa koponan ng Quezon Tangerines, unfamiliar names will start para sa ating koponan na so far nasa maayos na spot in our number 1 nga sa ating team standings. Pero dito, kilala na natin usual suspects para dito sa Negross Oriental. And a different taste ang makikita nga natin for the Quezon Tangerines. Basilio, usually, ito nagiging, kumbaga, second setter for the Tangerines. But right now, she will initiate the offense and will open this match. Tutanes with that, trying to save that one, pero early error committed here for the Blue Shirts.
Cosmo was trying to go for a down-the-line hit, but then too wide of an angle for it to hit the line.
You know, alam naman natin, Gaira, na itong Quezon Tangerines, maayos na kasi yung kanilang posisyon dito sa ating tournament. Heading on dito sa ating last game for our second round, ibang names, ibang set of players yung naglalaro ngayon.
And like you've mentioned, we're missing the presence of Densing, of Micah Go, of Basarte, and also of Borromeo. Ondangan as well.
And the service ace will be delivered here, coming from Cosme.
But this is a good chance for the Quezon Tangerines. I would say their lineup, the ones who aren't getting into the 14-man stringers, it's their chance to step up here in their last game of round 2.
Great setup from the middle. As we are deadlocked at 2, only one of the Lieses twins will be playing on this game. It's only Kai. And also an opportunity syempre dun sa mga homegrown talents natin na makapaglaro. Mabigyan din sila ng kumpiyansa. Meanwhile, Kaparal.
Adi Caparal, one of the players of the Negros Blue Hawks who never loses confidence.
Sabi nga natin, no, nagkaroon pa yan ng career high dito with 15 points. So, siya yung nagiging bright spot para dito sa kapanan ng Negross Oriental. Strong serve on that last sequence. That drop will now work pero hindi na naitawid ang bola. Ngayon, exchange of points. Pero sabi nga natin, let's switch our conversation naman, Gaira, dito sa koponan ng Negross Oriental, no? Paano naman nila mamamaximize to na yung core players, yung main gunners ng Quezon Tangerines will not be playing on this game?
Well, they have to make the most out of this game, especially, like I said, Densing is not here, who is the main gunner of Quezon. So this is the chance of all these players to have a good end in their round 2 and in their MPVA stint.
Indeed, Caparal initiating a lot of points here, but unfortunately,
Katamora's limping. She was substituted out. Seems like she sprained her ankle.
Later on, let's hear some updates coming from Fiona Bacani. Short service. Basilio sending it over. Chance here for the Blue Hawks. Caparal dropping things off.
Adi Caparal already with 3 points in this match early here in the first set.
Indeed, a bright spot para dito sa Blue Hawks. And it seems like they're taking advantage of those key losses for the Tangerines. They are on top here by 2. Strong service and service ace pa nga ang naging regalo dito.
Timeout by the Quezon Tangerines.
Bantay tayo.
Dad, wala silang ginagawang special.
Kakabilis tayo ng reaction time. Kahit ako.
Relax lang. Kuha muna tayo ng magandang first ball. Tapos set ng dahan-dahan, then haluin natin.
First ball. Go, G!
Yung long ball, yung pattern lang sa likod. Okay? Tara, tara. Go, usap mo.
Just some basic reminders from Coach. Actually, just starting everything from their first ball kasi hindi nga nila nakukuha or nagagawa ng attempts ang kanilang first ball defense.
Alam din natin kung gaano pwede maging creative si Basilio in distributing the balls, pero they really have to get that first ball first. Tulad na lang yan, chance here. That 1-2 play will not work. Zen tries to connect to Kai.
Kai with a very clean hit. Going cross court.
2 points for Kai Yeses. Also, sometimes nagiging starter itong si Kai, and there are also times na coming from the bench siya. So right now, starter, at umaga siya yung kailangan din mangibabaw sa opensa dito.
And right now from the score, Negros is up by 3. Nakikita rin natin na malaking kawalan din talaga yung first stringers ng Quezon Tangerines. You have Basarte as well, who is the main playmaker of the Quezon Tangerines, not suited up.
Sobrang nagiging evident na yung epekto, kumbaga eh. One hand save there.
Soft touch is effective for the Tangerines.
Espinosa also announcing her presence here in the first set with that underhand setup coming from Basilio. And right now, after scoring a point, punta naman siya sa service area. Just 2 points behind. Itong Quezon Tangerines, very intentional on that service. Chansa para sa Tangerines. Stan, slow drop. Couldn't work, Cosme.
Kaylee Cosme going off the block. First technical timeout now is awarded to the Negross Blue Hawks.
Kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
The volleyball action continues here at the Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Now, the last and only time we've seen the Tangerines wear these jerseys, we're at their home court in Quezon, and they're donning them again today as we'll be seeing a homegrown packed lineup today. Kunento sa akin ni Head Coach Sam De Luna na sa huling laban nila sa second round, gusto nilang bigyan ng chance ang kanilang homegrowns at kasama na rin si Coach mismo na taga Quezon din. He told me that initially, getting the top spot wasn't even their goal. Gusto lang namin makilala, sabi ni Coach. Bonus na ang maging top seed ngayon. Grabe rin kasi talaga mag-alaga ang Quezon, sabi ng team. Sobra-sobra ang support nila kaya pinaghihirapan talaga nila lahat. Gusto lang nila ibalik ang lahat ng ginagawa ng Quezon para sa kanila. Now today, despite not having their key players, we see the girls showing the same grit, pride, and heart for Quezon. Back to you, Daphne and Gyra.
Thank you for that, Fiona Bacani, with that wonderful report. As we have that service ace from Amakatan, one of the homegrowns, actually, that Fiona mentioned. And it's a great story that you mentioned as well, because the last time we saw these jerseys was in their home court in the Quezon province. And now, nakikita natin a full lineup of homegrown. So this is their chance to really show up and do their best and give back to Quezon as well.
Indeed, full pack, Gyra. Kasi pati nga yung coach nila ngayon, which is itong si Coach Sam De Luna. Sabi nga ni Fiona, also from Quezon. So they would really want to banner the Quezon Tangerines in their final game this second round. But right now, they are behind by 2 points. That's Head Coach Sam De Luna will be calling the shots for the Tangerines. Basilio goes to Badion.
Perfect set by Basilio going to Badion, just powering with that hit.
Ito si Badion, yung tandem din nila ni Basilio talaga. If I'm not mistaken, usually, yung nagiging palitan nila is, or ini-inject sila ng coaches during second set. And ngayon, 1 puntos na lang ang kailangan nilang habulin dito. Zen reverses. Medyo nag-agawan in that first ball, pero eto na. Ulit, Tutanes. Kilalang kilala natin yan na hindi lang playmaker, pero yung utak nito very offensive.
And she really knows where to put the balls. Tsaka nakikita niya rin kasi yung defense ng kabila.
So they are still in command here by 2 points.
Kaylee Cosme with a service ace. And also, it was Kaylee Cosme's birthday yesterday.
Belated happy birthday para dito kay Kaylee Cosme. And right now, scoring a point from the service area. All smiles for this young lady as they are on top here by 3. Intentional talaga ang service nitong si Cosme. Tutanes goes to the middle and yun yung nami-miss natin para sa koponan ng Negross Oriental, yung mga atake galing sa gitna.
And you have Moraga, who's just taking charge as a middle blocker. We know her from her very explosive stints here in the MPVA kasi there was one game where she actually scored 6 service aces in one game.
Imagine, middle blocker, tapos 6 na service aces ang naging regalo niya para sa kanyang koponan. But an error after that service ace din kanina na binigay dito ni Cosme. Tutanes goes to the right side.
They go back to Orpilia.
Basilio chooses Lieses.
Lieses with another successful cross-court hit. Actually, with all her attempts, I think 2 attempts, she always goes for that cross-court. And none of the blockers of the Blue Hawks have yet to read her.
And right now, chance here for the Tangerines. Cosme has been manning The back defense here for the Negros Oriental. Chance here for the blue shirts. Ira goes to Caparal. And net touch will be called here for the Tangerines.
If we can remember in the first round of the MPVA, Negros actually got the first set in that 4-setter match.
Tapos extended pa yon yung first set na yon. 27-25. Overshoots, that hit. And now, 4-point lead para dito sa Negros Oriental.
Earlier, we were talking about the standings here in the MPVA. Quezon actually has a 14-1 win-loss ratio, and they are at 42 points. So, if ever this game goes to a 5-setter match, or win or lose, even if win or lose, they will still be at the first seed.
So parang nothing to lose kumbaga talaga for the Quezon Tangerines. Now Pia, deck to serve. Strong one, but sending it straight dito sa libero ng Negros. Then, jump sets, chooses Lieses with that drop. Cosme, nandoon for that pick up. Zen to Tan. Dauring go, Madjo.
Good blockings by Amakatan.
Caparal meanwhile, Badyon was there. And they lost connection on that one. Ball is still in play. And Lieses will not take things slow on that last hit.
Players of the Quezon Tangerines are actually laughing because Badyon still got that ball even though it was gonna sail out. But what Badyon said, she thought it was a check ball. But even though it's still good defense and good hustle by the Tangerines.
That was actually your longest rally here, the first set. Parang both teams medyo nag-scramble defense na doon. Yes! Access denied by the blockings of Negros.
Majo Orpilia and as well as Jem San Juan taking charge there on the net. It was actually Majo Orpilia who scored that point.
Earlier, you were highlighting the blockings of Tan, pero ito si Majo also on point and perfect timing nga. Pero substitution will be made here.
You have the NCRAA best setter, Kara Tamon, on the service line.
Also injected in para sa kanilang koponan, itong si Tagaka for Negros. They are up here by 3 points, just 1 point away from securing the second technical timeout. Again, struggle in that first ball. Amon tries to connect to Caparal.
Caparal with that good point, targeting the long courts, the long corners of the court.
Great eye on that one. Kaya sila ang magdadala sa atin sa ating second technical timeout, 4-point game.
Noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
I got to talk to Sam Catamora, who was limping out of the court earlier and is currently experiencing pain in her right ankle after a bad landing when she stepped on her teammate's foot. As of now, they're icing her ankle as she's advised to rest for the meantime while they gauge whether or not she'll be cleared to continue playing in today's match. Back to you, Daphne and Gyra.
Thank you so much, Fiona, for that update. At sa ngayon, also, chance muna sa kanya para magpahinga, not to pressure things off, especially maganda ang pinapakita ng kanyang koponan.
And also maganda rin ang pinapakita ng pumalit sa kanya sa loob ng court, which is Jem San Juan. Actually, in their off-season MPVA matches, Gem San Juan is actually one of the most consistent players for the ICC Blue Hawks, itong core team ng Negros. And even though she's not the tallest of middle blockers, she has very consistent services and blockings as well. Although you saw Amakatan just going through the hands of Gem San Juan in that sequence.
You were highlighting a different middle blocker, kaya ito, si Amakatan nagpaparamdam para sa Quezon Tangerines. Her squad is behind here by 4. Great slam on that one, but Amakatan's blocking is on point. They choose Lieses on that last sequence. Chance here for the blue shirts. Adi. No hand check. That went out.
Too much power on that sharp cross-court hit. Miscalculating the court.
Lieses. 5 points on this match. Sabi nga natin, just a rookie player. Recently lang yan graduate ng senior high school. Former Lady Vikings at ngayon found her new home sa College of St. Benilde at ngayon nire-representa naman itong Quezon Tangerines.
And also, going back to what we're seeing right now, Lieses is very consistent on the service line. Although they are down by 2, nahihirapan pa rin si Negros to pull away because of their errors.
Cosme with that service.
Amakatan with that single block.
All of a sudden, this is a 1-point game after that one-man guard coming from Amakatan. Timeout muna tayo dito.
Nakatatlo ka agad kayo. Tara. Kara, hindi na naman.
And that timeout, narinig natin si Coach Don Baroga. He's actually just trying to wake up his players to get out of the rut. Kasi, like we mentioned earlier, Negros is up by a few points, pero hindi nila nasusustain ang momentum because of the errors that they've been producing as well.
Speaking of errors, great timeout call there. Cutting the momentum of the Quezon Tangerines. So back to a 2-point game. Biggest lead here is at 4. And Caparal initiating ang opensa para dito sa Negross Oriental. And speaking of which, ngayon naman, service ace ang regalo niya.
And you were talking about how lethal she is as well for Negros, and she is showcasing that in this match.
Scoring from all sides of the court, 6 points for Caparal. So it's Caparal and Lieses show here.
1-2 play by Basilio, hitting the corner pocket.
Hailing from Nueva Vizcaya, itong si Zen Basilio also.
But look at that perfect 1-2 play. Usually when setters produce those 1-2 plays, sa gitna lang ng court or sa gilid. Pero ginawa niya, tinarget niya talaga yung dulo ng court.
Pero agad nasagot ang naging regalo dito for Negros. You know, every time na nakakakuha ng puntos itong Quezon Tangerines, ang bilis ng response dito ng Negross Oriental. Zen. Unwanted setup there, so a chance here for the blue shirts.
Good blocking still from Amakatan. We've been seeing a lot of successful attempts from Tan.
So, if ikaw yung attacker dito sa Negross Oriental, you would want na iiwas talaga kay Tan. Dahil nga, she has been guarding the net here for the Quezon Tangerines. Although they are behind by 2.
Palit ng dalawang open hitters itong Quezon Tangerines. And actually, Kim Estenzo, the number 4 of the Quezon Tangerines, for CSB, she actually plays as a libero.
So, versatility for Estenzo. And now Tan with 3 points on this game. You go to the right side of the court. Struggle doon sa first ball. And ngayon naman, block point for Negros.
Substitution for Negros, number 18,
And that double substitution had already quite some time. Para sa kabalan ng ICC, babalik na po ulit ang main playmaker nila, the veteran, the senior. Itong si Ira Tutanes. Let's see if she could also lead her squad in wrapping the first set here. Badyon with that powerful swipe.
And Badyon in this match actually needs to step up because she's the only middle blocker who has been part of the core team, which is CSB. So right now, she really has to step up for the Quezon Tangerines.
Faster swipe as Orpilla also helping out. Itong si Adi Caparal.
You have to remember, Orpilla actually scored 24 points in their first game here in the MPVA.
Something that she would want to duplicate here in their final game this second round. Basilio.
Yes, has had a hard time putting that one over.
What's it?
But what Lieses was actually saying is that medyo bitin yung set ni Basilio sa kanya at medyo rin mababa. So nahirapan siyang mag-adjust.
Baga something they would want to work on, yung connection na yun between Basilio and Lieses. Zen goes to Lieses again.
Although that set was quite too far from the net. Good adjustment by Lieses, but Adi Caparal yet again for the Negros Blue Hawks.
This Extreme Spike of the set is brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. And all of a sudden, Negros already at set point here. Basilio kneeling setup, but Badyon saving one set point.
Badyon going through the blockers, challenging Moraga's hands in that sequence.
You know, I'm pretty sure that Badyon is aware na ito si Moraga. Ang ganda rin ng nagiging blockings niya. So why not just put up some power on that hit?
A chance ball now for the Tangerines.
Big problem there as Zen goes to Lieses.
Lieses with a perfect hit. And you have to expect that if it's a free ball, the Quezon Tangerines will actually get a set play. Negros with that timeout.
Ay, tignan mo yung ano mo, kung saan mas pupwesto doon, doon muna kayo. Makita kayo doon, tapos pag wala, Adi, ready ka ha? Kasi dito, eto tatapos ha? O sige, tara. Pero pagka magandahan nyo ni JL, Adi ha? Pero papuntahin mo din lahat.
And we heard that timeout from Coach Don. Sabi niya, ibigay kay Adi lahat. But look at that set play from the Tangerines. Basilio giving it to Lieses in that middle part of the court. A play three.
Better connection shown there between Basilio and Lieses. 2 set points saved already here.
Tutanes gives it to Adi as per Coach Don. Good defense by the Tangerines.
Zen goes to Lieses again. Blockings on cue here. Drop wouldn't work.
Adi again. Good
One
defense.
hand save there. Lieses. Badyon sending it over. Tutanes goes to Caparal again. Zone 1.
After a lot of attempts, finally Adi Caparal gets that point off that down the line hit.
It's also about the perfect ball placement dahil alam niya nababantayan na yung atake niya. This time, targeting zone 1 and immediately wrapping things off after the 2 set point save. 25-22, set number 1.
Walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
25-22 as our set number 1 score, kung saan ito nga Negross Oriental Blue Hawks securing our first set. First round, ganun nga ang nangyari, no? Negross Oriental was also able to clinch that one. Pero recalling the happenings here, hot hands agad ang nakita natin for Adi Caparal. Pero let's also highlight the floor defense at the back for Cosme. Meanwhile, para sa Quezon Tangerines, Amakatan initiating the blockings here.
It was actually Amakatan and Lieses who were scoring so much for the Quezon Tangerines. But then again, having their core team not present in this match, malaking kawalan talaga. 12 attacks for Quezon Tangerines and 14 for Negros. 4 blocks from Negros, 2 from Quezon. But look at the errors. Even though Negros won in that first set, they committed 7 errors. While Quezon Tangerines, although they lost in the first set, only minimized their errors by 3.
So, imagine, Gaira, kung lesser errors ang nabigay dito ng Negross Oriental, mas magiging malaki yung kalamangan nila. Set 1, their biggest lead was at 4. And talking about Caparal, the bright spot here for ICC. Meanwhile, kay Lieses also, andun yung up and down na pinapakita dito ni Lieses dahil nga dun sa connection pa nila ni Basilio dito. But yon also, one of the core players here for the Quezon Tangerines starting to show some hope for her squad despite the absence of their main players here. Sabi nga natin for Quezon Tangerines, the homegrown players will have that spotlight in today's match. So different set of players again being experimented here for Coach Sam.
And like you said, this is their chance to just play their hearts out for the Quezon Province here in their last match in the first round. While Negros, of course, this is also their last match here in the MPVA. They need and want to finish strong as well.
Pero para sa kapanahan ng Quezon Tangerines, Zen Basilio will have to rest for a while, pero some clarifications being made here for the orange shirts. Probably dito sa kanilang magiging positioning inside the court. So, ang mag-initiate ng opensa para sa Quezon Tangerines, it's gonna be Fond Neil. Meanwhile, stick tayo for Tutanes. Dito sa ating set number 2 for Negross Oriental. That's Ashley Lieses supporting her squad on the sidelines today.
And also supporting her twin sister, Kyle Lieses.
Just recently, mga high schools pa lang yan. High school players pa lang yan. Ngayon, also playing here for the MPVA.
Adi Caparal gets another point off of that pipe.
Great eye again on that one. Set number 1, siya rin ang tumapos doon, targeting that zone 1 attack. Sharp serve again.
They go to Lieses, dug up by Adi. Majo! Orpilla going down the line.
You know, for the Negros Oriental, it's a must for them to set up the standard dito sa second set. And ipakita lang talaga nila na they started strong in the first set. It's also about maintaining here despite the different players na pinapakita dito for Quezon Tangerines. And yes, blockings again on point here for Negros.
But I also want to highlight because as we have that block point from Moraga, on the side of the Tangerines, we have Badion and also Lieses who are CSB players. Right now, they're missing the presence of their seniors. But this is a challenge for Badion and Lieses coming into the NCAA na madadala rin nila yung team nila. So, kailangan talaga nilang matutong magbuhat ngayon ng mga teammates nila na syempre hindi nila laging kasama.
Challenge din kasi yun for them on how they would play with different set of players. Kasi dun mo mas challenge or makikita yung husay na isang player kapag iba na rin yung kasama mo.
Yes, this is really great exposure as you have Badion on cue, getting that point from that be quick attack.
And Unang puntos coming from Badyon here in the second set. And for her squad here, 2 puntos ang hinahabol nila dito.
That's good. Could not be kept alive. Service ace by the Tangerines.
2 straight points para sa Quezon Tangerines. And highlighting na itong jersey na suot nila, the last time they wore this is nung nagkaroon nga ng laro sa kanilang home court.
And actually, the story of this, yung mga icons or designs na nasa jersey nila, it represents the Quezon Tangerines really well.
But medyo varying itong mga nagiging atake niya dito. Now that's Cosmin. Check to serve here. And that service sending straight to the net. Just a 1-point game. At ito nga, si Badyo naman ang magsiserve. Para sa Quezon Tangerines, tignan natin if she could help her squad in matching things up here. Cosme goes to Caparal. Chance for Negross Oriental to Tanes. Goes to Orpilla.
Majo Orpilla getting another point for for Negros.
Earlier, she scored from the left pin. This time, dito naman, sa right side. Itong si Majo Orpilla. Sabi nga natin nung first set, no? Parang gusto niya rin, nagpaparamdam din siya dito dahil gusto niya na hindi lang syempre maging si Caparal yung nag-initiate na opensa dito. Pero i-assure niya rin na pwede rin siya maging katulong.
And again, the consistency is the key for both these teams today. You have Quezon. Right now, they're only down by 1. So, they have to maximize this and humabol palalo and to take over in the scoring department here in the second set.
Kailieses with 6 points on this match. She would really have to elevate her performance here. They would want to get this set, but Orpilla is the main gunner here in the second set.
Talking about elevation, Orpilla just going through those blockers. No problem for Majo.
Two-point game.
Good serve. Service ace. Back-to-back points for Majo Orpilla.
Imagine that service sending it straight sa libero nila to Limpot. But not a problem at all dahil service ace pa ang naging regalo niya dito.
And this is what we were talking about earlier. For them to maximize their momentum and also yung lead nila, they have to minimize their errors. Again, in the first set, they committed 7 errors, while the Quezon Tangerines only committed 3.
So 4-point difference yung naging pagkakaiba nila in terms of those errors. Meanwhile, nasa harap na itong si Caparal, and that would mean an immediate point for Negross Oriental with that cross-court kill. Great eye on that one, and that will lead us to our first technical timeout, 3-point game.
Ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon. Hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
You're still watching the Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. On the Negros side of things, Kaylee Cosme is extra motivated today following her birthday yesterday. Sinabi niya sa akin na kahit normal day lang kahapon at patuloy lang ang training, humugot siya ng lakas sa pamilya niya na tuloy-tuloy lang din ang suporta para sa kanya. Binati ako at sinabing proud sila sa akin at sa lahat ng narating ko, kwento ni Cosme. Kahit na medyo nakakapanghinayang sa standings kasi dapat ngayon kami bumabawi, andito pa rin kami ngayon at lumalaban pa rin, dagdag pa niya. Gusto ko lang mag-enjoy ngayon. Last game na, all out na. Bibigyan namin ng magandang laban ang Quezon. Balik sa inyo, Daphne and Gyra.
Thank you, Fiona Bacani, for that wonderful report. Again, last game na, all out na. And this is what the Negross Blue Hawks are actually showcasing in this match. And of course, belated happy birthday to Kaylee Cosme, who celebrated it yesterday. Pero ang laking bagay din talaga, no, yung support ng family mo. A lot of things are happening. They're away from their families. They're at the dorms. So given the support and the love that her parents are showing her, nakakalakas ng loob. And also, napalakas sobra din yung palo niya doon.
Parang narinig nyo na pinag-uusapan natin siya. Kaya overcooking that one. Ayan, nagkaroon tuloy ng substitution dito. Manikis, welcome in. Papalitan niya muna itong si Cosme. But let's also appreciate her superb floor defense at the back earlier. Tan with 4 points meanwhile on this game. Just a 1-point game. Tignan natin kung anong magiging ambag ni Manikis dito. San Juan with that short running attack. Not gonna go. Tutanes goes to the open. Lieses was challenged. And that defense. Ira with that 1-2 play. Era Tutanes, if I'm not mistaken, scoring her second point here after that offensive mindset, creative and that 1-2 play. Muli aabante ang Negros ng 2 puntos.
Good serve. Sharp serve by San Juan. 1-2 play as well from the Quezon Tangerines, although there was a net violation.
Nanggigil in that last sequence with that 1-2 play. San Juan again on the service area. So ang tinatarget na nila dito si Lieses and that service attack point.
Another great hit. Sa palio from the opposite side this time.
Yun yung kakailanganan dito ng Quezon Tangerines. Not solely relying dito kay Lieses or kay Ibadion. Ibang options naman.
And she is now activated. Look at that hit from Kyle Lieses. And also effective as an open hitter because earlier she was actually playing as an opposite attacker. But kasi pag open hitter ka, you have more options. The setters and the liberos or the other people who will set up that second ball, usually pumupunta sila sa open spiker kasi mas maraming angles. So this is a great play right now for Lieses.
Back-to-back points ang naging regalo ni Lieses. Timeout muna tayo for Negros.
Puro hirap na hirap ang setter. Nahirapan ang setter. Expect nyo, mahihirapan din ang spiker niya.
Ako na mag-adjust.
Ano na yan? Tumalon. Pasok mo, left hand.
Shake! Kasi tayo, galaw mo yung paa mo, hindi yung pag nagbubatak na sa tabi mo, tsaka kilos.
Let's go na.
Walang iris na.
Hoy!
Hoy, taas lang si receive, taas lang, ha?
And from that timeout by Coach Don, sinasabi niya nga na kailangan nila ayusin ang kanilang first ball. Earlier, nahihirapan sila even though the setter is there already. Yung bigay kasi nila sa setter ang nagpapakomplikado ng kanilang transition ngayon. But look at that perfect quick attack by Moraga. And a great timeout as well from Coach Don.
This Extreme Spike of the set is brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. And that's how you would want to respond coming from the timeout called by Coach Don. Better first ball, kaya na-activate ang middle ng Negros, that push. Tutanes, even pointing itong si Coach Don in that last play. After that offensive play again coming from their playmaker. So 2 straight points after that timeout. This time, they'll go to Lieses again. unbothered by the blockings, pero wala na. Nakakuha ng bola doon.
Good up by Tutanes, but late reaction by Majo or Pilia there, coming from the block. Naangat pa kasi ni Tutanes na mataas, kaso nga lang, hindi nila alam kung saan pumunta yung bola.
Cutting that back-to-back points for Negross Oriental. Back to a 1-point game. Majo!
Majo or Pilia answers that with a point from the middle.
And that's what you would like about Negross Oriental, na ang dami nilang options for offense. So it's not gonna be a heavy responsibility for Adi Caparal. Lieses, meanwhile, Moraga was there. Chance here, Era goes to Adi again. Defense.
Good defense by Ira.
Activated here. Moraga.
Tutanes with that hustle, but the Quezon Tangerines are coming alive here early in the second set.
But yon just scrambling the defense here for Negross Oriental, as this is a 1-point deficit. Strong service, but a perfect pass there. They go back dito kay Lieses.
Lieses going through the blockers. And this is what I've mentioned. That's a good thing. Right now, she's playing as an open hitter. Because in the first set, in the first part of the first set, she was playing as an opposite hitter. Ito, mas marami siyang chances na mabigyan ng bola. Kasi pag nasa opposite side ka, especially pag off balls, medyo mahirap na mag-set ng bola to the opposite side.
Mas naging madali kumbaga yung trabaho dito ni Lieses. More options for her in that ball placement after that. Short attack, too low para dito kay Ortilia. And now, Quezon on top here by 1. But yon again in the service area to Tanes. Tutanes goes back dito kay Adi, but they're guarded.
Lieses puts that one over. Ira to the middle, although there's a net touch by Moraga.
You know, Moraga has been also guarding yung net defense, pero in that last play, nasobrahan ang lakas doon, committing an error for her squad. And now the second stringers here for Quezon Tangerines, spelling a lot of difference for their squad, but that service of Badyon will this time sail out. Moraga, you know, 5-point output already on this game. So for both squads, nararamdaman natin yung presensya from the middle blockers. But a chance here for the blue shirts. Era loses connection to San Juan.
Ira and San Juan with, like you said, no connection in that sequence.
And errors piling up here for Negross Oriental. 2-point lead para sa Quezon Tangerines.
Sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Taking a look at our bracket, kung saan nga ang ating rank 1 and rank 2 will have that privilege with that twice to beat advantage. Although ito nga, comfortable na nga, maayos na nga in relief itong Quezon Tangerine. So maglalabanan pa dun sa second team na magkakaroon din ng twice to beat na opportunity na yun.
Right now, the Quezon Tangerines are at number 1. So, like we said earlier during the pregame, 2, 3, and 4, those ranks paglalabanan pa ng Binyan, Bacoor, and as well as Rizal.
But right now, After that technical timeout, puntos para sa Negros. Tignan natin if they could match things up. But nope, as those errors are preventing itong Negros Oriental na mag-take over dito sa ating second set.
Even though nakikita natin na very aggressive itong Negros in terms of their spikes and also their aces, mas marami din silang errors kasi too aggressive din ang kanilang nagagawa. Although you have Adi Caparal still picture perfect of consistency. Good defense by Lieses. They go to Sapalio.
Ira goes to Adi again.
Adi Caparal switching things up, going down the line this time.
And suddenly, this is a 1-point game as Adi Caparal does it all for Negros. 12 points for Adi Caparal and hindi pa tayo tapos dito sa ating second set.
Nakikita mo talaga how she's carrying her team here. Maniquez with that down the line hit.
Great substitution made here for Coach Don na si Maniquez muna ang ni-utilize na instead of Cosme. Meanwhile, para sa Quezon Tangerines, babalik itong si Zen Basilio to orchestrate.
And good decision as well to put Basilio back in because they need a tall setter for blockings. And yun nga, nahihirapan sila sa defense nila because medyo malaki yung butas sa down the line pag pumapalo ang open hitters ng Negros.
Parang tsansa naman para sa Quezon Tangerines na maging on point din yung kanilang net defense dito. Tabla tayo at 17. That's Caparal, but sa likod nila itong ang Rizal. Already here at the venue.
That's still good. Good defense.
Chance here for the Tangerines. One-man block on butter there. Sapalio powering that one through.
Sapalio challenging the hands of Tagaka. Look at that.
Fearless on that last hit. Quezon Tangerines muli. Lamang dito ng isa. Basilio activates Badyon from the middle. They go back to Sapalio this time. Bantay sarado. Defense also present here for Negross Oriental. Zen 1-2 play.
And instant impact from the bench. Zen seeing how her teammates have been having a hard time putting those balls over, so she made a way to do it on her own.
Zen Basilio. Also, parang nagiging sagutan din ng playmakers natin dito, yung pagiging offensive-minded nila dito. Itagaka, earning a point here. And Tamon just having that liberty to go to any player. But they are behind here by one. Zen Basilio becoming vocal here for her squad. Former UP Fighting Maroon. Pero ngayon, already a Lady Blazer. She also had an injury. If I'm not mistaken, that was last year. Pero almost losing hope in playing volleyball. Pero patuloy. At tinuloy niya nga for her dream. Zen. Kneeling set up.
That ball doesn't go over, but good hustle by the Quezon Tangerines. You have Lubiano with that attempt as well as Basilio.
Gaira, we are tied at 19. Pero anong kailangan? Isakripisyo dito ng Negross Oriental for them to be in command again of the second set.
So I was gonna say their errors, they have to minimize it and actually eliminate their errors at the moment because momentum is on Quezon's side, although there was a rotation error here for the Tangerines.
Something that could light up para sa Negross Oriental as they are on top here by 1 point dito sa ating second set. It was Quezon Tangerines who has been dictating. Tignan natin kung maiingatan ng Negros ang kalamangan na to. Basilio. Loses connection on that one. Tamon. That setup was so close to the net, pero ang may naging net touch pa ay itong Quezon Tangerines. Back-to-back errors on their side.
Actually, the referees were calling that. Oh, it looks like there was a net touch there.
And with that, the timeout will be called here. Let's listen in.
Ayos. Nagra-rattle tayo eh.
Chi, isang rotation lang.
Nawala ulit yung usap nyo. Usap kayo.
Sa
Ano?
rotate.
Sige lang, malayo pa. Habulin natin.
Sa rotate lang.
O tara.
Habol yan.
Isang ikot yan. Isang ikot lang.
Ikot.
Ayan, kaya. Kurt.
Hey, 1, 2, 3!
So after that back-to-back errors committed for Coach Sam, it's a must for them to be alive and change things. Kasi nga sila yung unang nagdidikta ng laro. All of a sudden, sila naman yung nagkakaroon ng back-to-back errors.
You have Bacoor there, right behind San Juan. And as well as Bustamante, and also their team manager, Chloe Mamon.
Tamon meanwhile, reverses to Tagaka. Basilio.
Good block by Tagaka.
And Tagaka and Moraga in that last play. Pumapayong. So now, Fontanil babalik muli para magmando para dito sa Quezon Tangerines. 3 puntos ang hinahabol dito. And Negros, meanwhile, just 3 points away from securing the second set.
Good serve by San Juan.
Intentional on that one, so that will be a gift for the Blue Hawks. Tamon combination play, but that will sail out.
That was actually a really good play. Was not read by the blockers of Quezon, but then again, costly error by Maniquez there. Good serve. Tamon goes to Ligaya. Going off the block.
You know, it's interesting as well to witness itong si Tamon na she's actually confusing yung blockings dito ng Quezon Tangerines. You wouldn't know kung kanino niya ibibigay ang bola. Quality minutes provided here, but that double substitution will come back to Tanis ulit. Babalik dito as well as Caparal. 3-point deficit here in the second set. Great service provided by Era.
Ira Totanes, you actually saw na medyo sinigawan niya si Majo. Kasi dapat kukunin ni Majo, but it was already going out. So, good decision and presence by Ira Totanes there.
But
although, correction, it was actually Majo Orpilla with that last touch. So, she should have taken that chance to get that ball. So, point will be awarded to Quezon.
great eye coming from our second referee, itong si Sir Jason. Clarifying that one, but they will not settle for less as Maniquez will be leading her squad now at set point. This Extreme Spike of the set is brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
What I've noticed from Maniquez as well, because when she first came in with the ICC Blue Hawks, siya yung, I would say, star player. But right now, bumabalik yung kumpiyansa niya and yung laro niya.
And it's so hard actually for players na maibalik usually yung kumpiyansa nila. Kasi ang dami ring stories behind kung bakit nawawala ng kumpiyansa. But right now,
definitely she's playing a lot better now.
one set point save there.
But talking about playing, look at how Adi Caparal is playing one of her best games.
Adi Caparal, ang career high niya is at 15. I wonder kung anong ating updated performance for Adi Caparal on this game as she will end the second set 25-22.
taas noo kahit kanino. Walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon. Hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Up by 2 sets to none, itong Negros Oriental. 25-22 was our set number 2 score. And earlier, it was a different playmaker who started set number 2 para sa Quezon Tangerines. Talking about itong si Fontanel. She actually led her squad kung bakit sila ang lamang dito. Errors piling up meanwhile para dito sa Negros Oriental. But in the latter part, in those crucial times kung saan doon dapat tatapusin na rin in a way ng Quezon Tangerines. Ito naman, parang sila naman yung biglang nagkakamali or nag-struggle.
But still, looking at these errors, there are still 10 errors committed by the Negross Blue Hawks and 5 from the Quezon Tangerines. But you can see as well, Negros is up by 6 points in terms of attacks, 2 in blocks, and 1 set apiece for each team.
And you would want to credit yung lamang nila sa atake by 6 to Adi Caparal. 13 points on this game with coming from 12 attacks and 1 ace.
Already with 13 points, like you said, and we were actually mentioning her career high.
With 15 points, career high. So definitely, mukhang mahihigitan niya yon, a different career high to end itong campaign nila sa MPVA. Basilio will be the main playmaker ngayon in the third set.
But if you're the Quezon Tangerines, of course, you would want to push this to a 5-setter match.
Also, naramdaman natin yung presensya ni Orpilia.
But on the side of Quezon as well, you need Badion to step up for her team.
And isa siguro sa mga hindi na rin natin masyadong naramdaman in the second set was Amakatan, who we do know perfect also yung nagiging blocking siya for her squad. And the Manikis.
Like I said, Manikis is returning to her picture-perfect form.
Perfect time for her to also shine on this game. And that drop.
Sharp serve.
Tutanes. Gusto madjo.
That's good.
Pancake save there. Challenge defense there.
Putting it over. Tutanes gives it to Adi. Adi with a flat ball on that one, sending it out. But earlier, actually, I was gonna mention, Tutanes, in terms of her defense, mas maganda rin yung pinapakita niya ngayon.
We do know na galing din sa injury itong si Tutanes, but also a great way for her na mas maging magising dito. ending their campaign. That's gonna be too low. Meanwhile,
Flores sends that straight to the net.
so tabla tayo at 2. Already up by 2 sets itong Negros Oriental. So this is gonna be a big victory for them if they would win this in 3 straight sets. Moraga, meanwhile, with 5 points on this game. Credit that to Tutanes as well as Tamon na ina-activate itong si Moraga. Zen goes to Lieses. Manikis was there for coverage. They go back to Caparal.
Caparal already with 14 points now here early in the third set. Perfect set as well from Ira Tutanes.
2 points away from having a new career high. Itong si Adi Caparal, 14 points on this match. Struggling that first ball, kaya magkakaroon ng regalo para dito sa Negros. Activation for San Juan. As long as itong makikita kasi natin for Negros Oriental, also, everyone's moving and getting that first ball. So, a pretty easier job in the ball distribution for Tutanes. Yeses. Long shot, couldn't go. Tutanes with that reverse setup, chooses Majo. Another free ball given here for the Blue Hawks. Tutanes.
Good defense by Basilio. They go to Flores. She drops it over.
Long rally alert. They go to Caparal.
Another good defense by Basilio.
They go on the right side.
That's still good.
Buhay pa rin ang bola dito. Zen chooses Sky. Off speed to Tanes. Trying to cheer up itong si Caparal with that one.
And Tutanes ends that long rally. Sending it back to the court of the Tangerines.
Gyra, you were talking about the defense of Tutanes, and yes, that was so present in that long rally. And ngayon, siya ang pupuntos para sa kanyang koponan.
Good eye by Ira Tutanes.
And now Negros on top here by 3. Zen goes to Lieses.
Reyes is overcooking that hit. Although there's a check ball called. Good eye by the referees as well. Ito yung mga great things about our referees. Kasi, syempre, as the audience or from a far perspective, hindi natin nakikita yung mga maninipis na ganong calls.
Actually, Lieses, nung pagbaba niya pa lang, alam niya na may check ball eh. So, pagtingin niya sa referee, it was already granted. Nakita rin talaga ng ating first referee. So, just a 2-point game here.
Manik is sending that one over. Actually, that was an attempt by Martinez, but if you're gonna check their areas of responsibilities, Flores should have gotten that first ball.
Orpilia with 10 points on this game. So, 2 players na ang may double-digit output dito for Negros.
Gem San Juan just tipping that one over.
It's not just Caparal who has been scoring a lot here, pero lahat gumagana para sa Negros. Timeout muna tayo dito. So the Quezon Tangerines are having a hard time here in getting that first ball, preventing din itong si Basilio to have more chances or opportunities to give the ball. Lieses was also so vocal in that timeout. Tingnan natin kung that communication would work out here. But for our first referee, he wouldn't want to immediately create a call here. Pinaklarify niya muna sa ating line judge. No hand check, puntos para dito sa Negros Oriental. And they're having a run here. Now it's time to head on sa ating unang technical timeout, 5-point lead.
Kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
You're still watching the Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Now, taking a closer look at the Tangerines jerseys, we see a few details to showcase what Quezon represents. Kwento sa akin ng team na nagpa-contest daw sila para sa jerseys na susuotin nila sa home court. Even the designer hails from Quezon, having the jerseys embody a few of the things that the province is known for. We see palm leaves on the sides, which we see a lot of in Quezon. A dark brown representing the chocolates that they create from the cacao grown by their farmers, and a lighter brown for coconuts as the largest coconut producing province in the Philippines. Also known as the Tree of Life, much like the coconut tree, the Tangerines want to be the beating heart of Quezon. In the same way that they're boasting their homegrown today, they wear their jerseys knowing that there's more to it than just a new design. It's to represent the province with pride. Back to you, Daphne and Gyra.
Thank you, Fiona, for another wonderful report. Sabi nga daw, nagpa-contest pa sila for that jersey. And you can see how genuine and the representation of each and every character or design on that jersey represents the Quezon province, from the cacao to the palm trees. So nakikita natin talaga na all-out support talaga lagi ang Quezon province sa kanilang mga players.
And it really helps kung ikaw yung player kapag alam mo na buong suporta meron para sa inyong koponan. Pero ngayon, they are behind here by as much as 6. Biggest lead though. And Tutanes, the offensive playmaker that she is.
Already with 3 points, if I'm not mistaken.
Seven-point lead. Basilio goes to the middle, not gonna work. Tutanes. Too low for Manikis.
Miscalculating how far she was from the net.
Six-point game here. As Quezon earlier, back-to-back points actually for the Quezon Tangerines. And yun yung kanina pa nila pinag-uusapan, no, na kailangan talaga nila mag-usap or magtulungan sa loob ng court. As right now, that will be a point here
for Flores. Another strong serve from Flores.
Tanes reverses, chooses Caparal.
Adi Caparal already having another career high here in the MPVA.
Strong service. So that will be a free chance here for Negros Oriental. Eira tries to connect to the middle.
Ira Tutanes going to Gem San Juan with that running attack.
Tutanes just having that free chances, more options for her. And the offense, 7-point game again. Quezon Tangerines having a hard time to counter here.
Service ace by Adi Caparal.
And that will force to call a time para sa Quezon Tangerines. Makinig muna tayo.
Isang magandang receive muna. Kaya pa natin yung makahabol. Isang magandang receive muna. Ano?
Tsaka wag tayo give up sa bola. Good pa yung kanina.
Be, ang layo
Mag-hustle
pa.
lang tayo na mag-hustle.
Ang layo pa, ang layo pa. Try natin, try natin. Nagtitinginan na lang kasi sa receive. kailangan na mag-insist tayo. Push natin. Ano, receive muna, isang magandang set, isang magandang palo, then blockings mamaya. Okay, tara!
Let's go, let's go.
So right now, biggest lead in the third set is already at 8. And sabi nga natin, Kyra, Quezon Tangerines, they are having a hard time here with itong homegrown players dito sa connection nila. But also, an output here being showcased for Negross Oriental.
Oh, what a dig by Adi Caparal. That's good. Basilio gives it to Lieses.
Tutanes goes dito sa gitna.
And Maniquez drops that one over.
Tutanes also, you wouldn't actually know kung aatake doon si Tutanes in that setup or ibibigay niya kay Maniquez. But Maniquez was just quick to respond. Now, a 9-point deficit in the third set. Another free ball here for the Blue Hawks. Combination play.
Net touch violation called on the Tangerines.
Kyra, biggest lead already at 10 here para sa Negross Oriental.
Kiambao coming in for Basilio this time.
So si Kimbao naman ang magdidistribute ng bola for the Quezon Tangerines. Sabi nga natin, only one record of loss ang meron for Quezon Tangerines. But regardless, they win or lose on this game, it wouldn't affect dahil nga sa point system na meron para sa kanilang koponan. 14 wins on their hands with only one record of loss at 42 points ngayon. In the second spot ngayon ay itong Binyan with 35 points. So wide gap on their end, pero puntos muli ang ipapakita dito ng Negros.
Jem San Juan with a single block on Lieses.
Noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Initiating the offense here, 5 points para dito kay Tutanes. Although she is the playmaker, unbothered dahil gustong-gusto niya rin na pinapahirapan yung depensa dito ng Quezon Tangerines. Just taking advantage na wala dito yung mga main gunners para sa kalaban nila. And also activating Caparal, Orpilla, all of her attackers. This is already a wide gap. 11-point lead for her squad.
And Negros needs to capitalize on this and be more consistent. But if you're the Quezon Tangerines, again, hindi pa natatapos ang larong ito hanggat umabot ang Negros sa 25. So, you have 11 points that you need to make for Quezon.
11-point lead in here para sa koponan ng Negros, and also preventing Quezon Tangerines by just a single-digit output. Tingnan natin kung ma-maintain nila yan all throughout this one. Lamang po ng 2 sets dito ang Negross Oriental. Take note, nasa 7th ng team standings itong Negros. First meet-up nila, they were just able to secure or snatch the first set. Kiambao goes to Lieses.
Lieses gets that point for the Tangerines. But going back to the standings of the Negross Oriental ICC Blue Hawks, right now they are at 4 wins and 11 losses with 13 points. So if they win this in 4 sets or 4 or 3 sets, they will get 3 more points. So they will score 16 points to end this MPVA season, but they will still be at 7th place.
Ten-point game. Tutanes, underhand setup, chooses Manikis. Yeses was there for coverage.
Majo keeps that one alive, although that ball was not sent over, but good hustle by Orpilia there.
So 2 back-to-back points here for the Quezon Tangerines. 13 points for Kyle Yeses. Imagine kung may nakakatulang din siya dito. Also, not just scoring offensively, but also activating her floor defense.
San Juan playing one of her best games as well today. It's a good break for her, but unfortunately for Sam Catamora, she sprained her ankle in the first set.
Although Catamora needed to rest for a while, Moraga and San Juan doing a spectacular job.
Service ace by Jem San Juan.
Right on cue. Service ace ang regalo niya for Coach Don. Not a starter on this match. Pero impact ang naging regalo niya. 7 points for Jem. Kiambao. Great eye on that one.
Martinez with that point from the open.
Just our first game. This triple header later on. Ibang matchups pa ang kailangan nating abangan. Caloocan, kakalabanin nitong Rizal. Final matchup naman natin, Bacoor going up against San Juan Lady Knights. Go for gold. Hera with 5 points on this match. Also, announcing her presence here. Tuloy actually for Badyon. Tutanes goes to Majo with that drop.
But going back to Ira Tutanes, can you please mention why you keep calling her Ira?
Well, it's Ira. I actually talked dun sa parents niya previous games. Tapos sinabi nila na it's not actually Ira, it's Ira because yung dad niya basketball player. And yung naging palayaw or tawag sa dad niya is Air. So parang pinangalan yon dito kay Ira. But then, since nga yun yung usual, di ba, na tawag sa ganong spelling ng name, which is Ira. So parang nasanay na lang din, but reality, it's really Ira. Coming from the dad of Ira Tutanes. Also, always supporting Ira sa lahat ng games, kahit nasa Quezon pa yan, sa Binyan. Laging nakasuporta ang kanyang magulang dito.
Very supportive parents, actually, even her mom. And her mom actually makes special treats for special snacks for the team as well, every game.
Manikis scoring a point here from the right side. At patuloy po na umahabante dito ang Negros Oriental, definitely ending the rally here on a high note. Although it wasn't an easy journey here, pero you would want to end this one with a bang kontra syempre sa number 1 ng ating liga. Yambao, underhand setup there.
Good block by Moraga.
Free ball here. Tamon chooses Moraga again. Hand check there. So a point here.
Negros very comfortable with their lead right now.
All smash for Moraga and confidence here.
And Manikis with another service ace.
Manikis also not the starter on this match. And yun yung mga coming from off-the-bench players, spelling a lot of impact for Coach Don's squad. 2 points away itong Negros in securing a victory.
Good spot there. Putting it in zone 6.
Just when we thought that itong Quezon Tangerines will just be prevented with that single-digit output here in the third set, not yet dahil 10 ang kanilang score dito, although 13 ang kaalamangan ng Negros.
Tagaka had a hard time adjusting to that set by Tamon.
And now Martinez still in the service area. And that error will result in bringing Negross Oriental now at match point. Big gift for Negross Oriental ICC Blue Hawks to win this game in 3 straight sets.
Chance ball for Negros.
Tamon. Binigay dito sa gitna. Martinez from behind.
Tamon with that one hand set just too high. First on one.
1 match point save here para sa Quezon Tangerines.
Good serve.
Tamon, combination play, and Andy Caparal again ending this one from the first set, second set, and up to this one. It's always Andy Caparal who has been wrapping the sets. Career high here for Andy Caparal, carrying the load and more importantly, leading her squad in earning this victory, ending the rally here at the MPVA on a high note kontra sa Quezon Tangerines. Huge congratulations for both of these squads, pero para dito sa Quezon Tangerines, Gaira, still maganda na, alam mo yon, komportable sila, unbothered dahil meron pa rin silang twice to beat advantage on their hands.
And they are still the number 1 seed here in the MPVA, so they already have a twice to beat advantage coming in.
Final scores 25-22, 25-22, and 25-12. 3 straight set victory para sa Negross Oriental ICC Blue Hawks.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
New record para sa ating player dito. But Negross Oriental winning here in 3 straight sets, 25-22, 25-22, and 25-12. What a journey ang pinakita dito ng Negros sa ICC Blue Hawks. Pero para sa ating Queen of the Court, new record was already set here for Adi Caparal.
Adi Caparal with a career high here in the MPVA with 17 points off of 15 attacks and 2 aces.
What a performance we've witnessed for this young lady all throughout this game. Consistent siya para sa koponan ni Coach Don, and right now she's with our courtside reporter Fiona Bacani.
Yes, so kasama po natin ngayon ang ating Queen of the Court na si Adi Caparal na sumasayaw pa nga dahil sa sobrang saya. So Adi, congratulations. Kanina kinakausap kita, sabi mo sa akin na sa araw na to, enjoy lang talaga kayo. Gusto niyo lang mag-enjoy sa last game nyo in the MPVA. So paano sa tingin mo nakatulong itong energy sa performance mo today at naka-career high ka pa dito sa MPVA?
Ano po, nag-focus po kami kahapon, nag-training po kami gabi na inayos po namin yung training namin kagabi. Tapos nag-usap-usap kami na last na to, na ayusin namin ng maayos, na masaya lang kami lagi. Na masaya kami na ilalaro lang po namin.
Ngayon naman, Adi, since ayun nga, last game nyo na ngayon sa MPVA at lumaban talaga kayo throughout the whole season. So ngayon naman, paano mo gustong maalala ang Negros dito sa MPVA?
Pinakita lang po namin kung ano yung nilaro namin dati sa ngayon. Kahit kulang-kulang po kami ngayon, pinakita pa rin po namin yung best namin. Ayun lang po.
Ngayon naman, Adi, meron ka bang gustong batiin ng mga nanonood sa'yo? Friends, family, supporters?
Binabati ko po yung family ko, sila mama, papa, sila kuya, ate ko po, and sa management po namin, at sa family ng mga ka-teammate ko, sila Sir Marco, sila Ma'am Chloe, sila Sir Mick, sa mga coaches mo namin, sila Coach Don, Coach Jude, Coach Kim, Coach Gideon, at po si Kilapeo sa family po ni Mama Ay. And kay Coach Ed po, I miss you, Coach Ed.
Ayan, so thank you so much and congratulations once again to Adi and the rest of the Negross Blue Hawks, our giant slayers who defeated the top seed in 3 straight sets. That's all from us over here. Now back to you, Daphne and Gyra.
Thank you, Fiona. And once again, congratulations our Queen of the Court, Adi Caparal. And syempre, career high with 17 points on this game. But recalling, itong mga pangyayari dito, set number 1, nag-set agad ng standard. Itong Negros, taking advantage of those major key losses para sa Quezon Tangerines.
And you saw in the first set how much they've dominated even in the start of the first set. But I want to highlight as well as we have that score, 25-22. Amakatan actually played really well in the first set with her block attempts and her kill blocks at that.
If I'm not mistaken, parang 5 points yung naging score dito ni Amakatan guarding the net. Dito naman sa ating set number 2, mas lumamang dito ang Quezon Tangerines. Better output on them, pero kinapos sila dito. Resulted to a 25-22 again na score. Dito naman sa ating set number 3, etong Negross Oriental, they immediately want to end this in straight sets.
Ira Totanes definitely showed up in this match with 5 points from 5 attacks as well. But you have to credit also Maniquez, who played really good in this match versus the Quezon Tangerines.
Also, itong si Moraga, let's not forget, pati na rin sila Major Pilla on this game. And that resulted to 25-12. Final scores 25-22, 25-22, and 25-12. A victory para dito sa Negross Oriental ICC Blue Hawks. And to wrap things, summarize things up by as much as 17 in terms of attacks, itong Negros.
7 block points from Negros and 2 from the Quezon Tangerines. Again, look how much they dominated in terms of statistics. Attacks 47, blocks 7, and aces 8. While on the side of the Quezon Tangerines, it was only answered by 30 attacks, 2 blocks, and 3 aces. Although Negros had a lot of errors with 21 and Quezon minimized this with 13.
So, errors din naging evident para dito sa koponan ng Negross Oriental. And for our updated team standings, 2 records of losses na ang meron para sa Quezon Province, but still with a twice to beat advantage heading on dito sa ating semifinals. Meanwhile, Negross Oriental with 5 wins on their hands and 11 losses, a total of 16 points ang naging storya ng kanilang journey dito. Binyan, Bacoor, and Rizal. Still, marami pang pwede mangyari. And ito na nga, Quezon Tangerines may unang slot dito sa ating semifinals picture kung saan meron silang advantage with a twice to beat. Let's find out after the end of the second round kung ano pa magiging kwento dito. And coming up next, it's gonna be an exciting matchup. Caloocan will go up against Rizal later on.